Shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukak Wadash. We say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukak Wadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. When the year of 2022, the year of Yahweh Shem Yahushai turning up, and you seeing it to be that, man. Things are taking place in a big way for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the nation of Israel, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are spread out through the four corners of the planet Earth, that's coming back to the Heavenly Father with weeping, mourning, and supplications, man. All right, we're in the time of the Lord redeeming His people, and it's been growing. Now it's at a massive point, man. All right, it's at a real massive point. So let me make sure all the volume and everything is good, and then we're gonna get started. Real massive point. So let me make sure all the volume and everything is good, and then we're gonna get started. Real massive point. So let me all right, Khan, we good to go. Hey, Yabashim El Shabrak Bashim Karpadash. To those that are on the comment board, Shalom. So let's get started. So this has been on my spirit for a little bit now because it's been something that is close to my spirit and close to my heart. Yeah, Khan, the water. And why do I say this? Because you got a lot of guys that are saying, Jake's Israel, those in Africa, you know what I'm saying, or Hamites and different things like that. You got to be from the land of, you got to be from America, which it's just one of those things. Jake has to have the horizons broaden. Jake thinks they know something and can't realize that they've been cursed. You wake up to this truth and you think that you still got it. No, you got to understand. If you've never known that you were abused and then you get out of an abusive relationship, you got to understand that you were abused, man. All right. And why do I say that? Because Jake don't realize your history has been taken from you. You had something called the Willie Lynch letter that put Jake against Jake, and it was psychological warfare. You were fought on every side, physically, mentally, spiritually. You were attacked. So coming to your knowledge and coming back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you got to almost. That's why I said you got to be born again. That's even more heavier now. You got to put everything that your enemy has put into your mind and put into your spirit. You got to empty that tank and fill it up with good water, man. And part of this good water is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because what did Yahweh say? He said, he that believeth upon me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So that's knowledge. That's why you look at the apostles and the elders. These guys can say what they want, but these men are producing water daily, man. Brothers are pushing daily. If we're not in the scriptures, we're learning. We're doing our personal growth. This is all of us working. This is a government that's being built. If the Lord saves you, then you're allotted to be a ruler in the world to come, man. For the women, children, they're gonna be, and we won't have madness like that going on. But this lesson is gonna be on the Mende people of West Africa. All right, I say this is close to me because my father was a Mende. I would be a Mende. I would be a Mende man, if you want to say the least. That would be my tribe, tribe in Africa. You know what I'm saying? We immigrated here at a young age. You know what I'm saying? So it's been that's why you can't hear no accent or nothing like that. So I've been here for a while, but my father never really knew of this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really give it to me, So I through the spirit and power, I say call hello me Yabashim Yashai, Bashim Karpadash, that I would have been able to look deeper into the subject. And I found a few things that, pinpoint us to be Israelites, and I wish that I could have been able to, give this information out to, but hey, he knows now. So let's go into it. Let's play this quick video, and I'm gonna let this woman, I ran across this video a while ago, but the spirit had me wake up this morning, and it was literally on my spirit to go look this video up and just see if I could get a lesson out of it, and the beautiful fact came out about this lesson that I'm getting ready to show now. Let me share my screen. And this ain't gonna be some kind of exciting lesson, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be more like a historical, getting down to the nitty gritty of the Mende people. All right, not getting too deep, but just one fact that I seen that is something to point out. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna jump into it.
Descendants of what?
Hold on.
Isaac. So the descendants of Isaac or Jacob. So that's what we have
All
on
right,
the
here we
screen.
go.
Right?
Let me share my screen, and we're gonna jump right into it. All right, as you see on the screen now, I ran into this lady, and she's from West Africa, if I'm not mistaken. But she's waking up to the fact that she is an Israelite. In this video, when I share it, I'm not promoting women to go out and do much teaching, but it she hits a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? She goes off on some things, but she hits a lot of good points. Like she's on point with things, but the name is off. But the main logistics is what I'm going to get out of this things that she pointed out, because she's done research enough to where I'll be like, I can use this part of this video. That's what I was saying. But she's done the research to show you that the West Africans are Israelites, and even the migration, and even to the alphabet. Okay, so let's play this video from here, and then I'm gonna skip around and I'm gonna get some precepts, and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay.
This map on the screen right now, and this particular map is kind of larger. It's showing the North and West Africa part in the map. So as on the map,
So she's
sorry,
pointing
as
out.
we can see, we have
Before this point in
the
this video, she's pointing out that the Mende people, if you speak to them, they will tell you. If you speak to the elders, they'll tell you the migration that they went through. Like one elder will tell you they went through Mali, Chad. They'll go through the Sudan. These are the things that are oral traditions. Even in especially things that my fathers told me, and my parents. A lot of the stuff is oral tradition. It's not really written down. That's why your mother and fathers, they would get open age. They would live with you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of family, a lot of close knit family. Like when the elders would get older, they would pretty much stay in the house and pass along that history. All right. That's why a lot of the death and destruction took a lot of the history away from Jake, especially in the North Atlantic slave trade. It decimated history because history was oral. So you needed those elders and those that are of a older age to pass on those traditions, and that's what Israel did. That's we were oral people from the beginning of Genesis. Okay, so she's pretty much breaking down the migration path the Mende took from Egypt, from Israel, down to the western coast of Africa. Okay, so she's breaking it down. I just want you to get a fast up to date what she's breaking down right now. So I'm gonna let her play a little bit, and then I'm gonna go into some precepts.
points number one, two, three, and four. So the journey from Israel, them being Hebrew Israelites, or maybe Assyria or Mesopotamia, everywhere like wherever they journey, point them out because their homeland will be Israel. So let's say they journey from Egypt or Yemen or Ethiopia, Israel will be their homeland. So we have this map showing point number one, they left Israel from the land of Canaan, then came through Egypt. Egypt, they settled a while in Sudan. They settled in Sudan. So that will be point number two.
So what you see,
from there,
so what you see right now, okay, and I
they
have to make this point to Israel.
Niger.
I have to make this point because I've always wanted to do a lesson on this, but what happened? How did we lose our traditions so quickly? Okay, and it wasn't just the North Atlantic slave trade, because what happened when we left Israel, the land of Jerusalem, in 70 AD, when the Lord told us that we'd have to flee. All right, the abomination that make it desolate, that's spoken about in Matthew's. We turned into fugitives. Okay, what happens when you rob a bank? You always see it in the movies. They take off their clothes that they were identified in. All right. You see it in movies all the time. When somebody does a crime, what do when they get done and they're on the run? They take off their clothes, they switch their appearance, they disguise themselves. Okay. So understand this, Israel. You got to get in that spirit, Israel. No, this is something that you got to look at. This is why we lost a lot of our history personally. Why? Because we were fugitives from the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was the ruling class at that time. That's why they were able to besiege Jerusalem. All right. You had Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. All right. When the siege came in and they burnt the temple, they robbed the temple, they sacked the temple. That's why you have the Ark of Titus. We became fugitives to the power head at the time. So what did Israel do? Just like the movies, we took off our appearance, we took off our so-called identifying things, our clothes, our so-called culture. We had to stomach that. We had to pocket that because we became fugitives to the Roman Empire, just like now in Babylon. If you rob a bank or you're a highly sought after fugitive, you're on the news. They say we're looking for this man. If you see him, he's about 5'8". He's about five, almost 6 foot. He's about 140 pounds. That's what you're being. You have a description. So we as Israelites had a description on us. These people are they'll be wearing fringes. They'll keep the description of us. So we had to hide ourselves in the interiors of Africa because we were fugitives at that time because Rome had declared war against us. Okay? So we weren't in the interiors of Africa with a banner saying we are the Israelites. No, because you would even hide this from your son. Say you spled with your child at a young age, you wouldn't tell them the full logistics of who you was. Why? Because they might tell somebody or say it not knowingly and be what? They would expose you and you would be what? You would be turned in or you would be captured. Those are the things that were going through our mind at this time. Our temple was just burnt. They killed us. They put us in slavery. If you read the book Babylon the Timbuktu, we were put in the slave markets, man. Oh, it said over 1 million Jews, man. So we were put in slavery. So to avoid slavery and capture, we changed our identity. Just like you see in the movie, we took off our garments, we took off everything that identified us as Israelites, and we hid. So this is the migrational pattern. So we're hiding, and we're in the land of tribes we were in war with at one time. So we would have to tread softly through the interiors of Africa, man. We couldn't just go through Africa gun ho, we the Israelites. That would have been not smart. We wouldn't have made it as long as we did. We would have been captured and sold back to the Romans, man, or worse. Okay, so this is the migrational pattern. Let's keep going.
Okay, that'll be point number three. Then they went and settled further on what? The Mali Empire. The Mali Empire. If you can just hear me clear, I'm not saying Mali being the country of Mali, but the Mali Empire. We used to have a Mali Empire, Ghana Empire, and Songo Empire, different empire. Even they have the Mosi Empire to different empire by then. So they set the Mali Empire. So from there, then they settled. They went down to Guinea, but now these are Mandi people or Mandi tribes. You can find some.
Okay, so now that pretty much breaks down the route. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this lesson. So what she found out, she went and I didn't know this. So she went and Googled, she went and found the Mende alphabet. The Mende people have their own alphabet, and I want you to pay attention to this. This is 100% proof. I'm talking cold hard facts. This this is the you could close the book after this. So those in West Africa, if you are watching this, those that may watch this video after it's done, this is your history. This is who you are. You are the 12 tribes of Israel that was exiled from their home, man. So let's go ahead and play this. This is exciting to me. This is not just for others. This is a more faith booster for myself. You know what I'm saying? This is the call hello Yabashim Shai. I found this today and I was like, I'm more excited about this. Not more than like I wasn't excited, but this gives me more of a tangible proof of my tribe being a part of the Israelites, man. So let's go ahead and play this.
But like human needs or people needs that we did find few of them that we brought. We have the second chart on the screen right now.
Look.
This particular chart, we have chart is two charts putting together. The first one on that will be on the one on.
So the one on the left is the Mende alphabet. Okay, this is the ancient Mende alphabet. The one on the right Guess what it is? The Hebrew alphabet. Now, what she did, she went and highlighted the characters in the Hebrew alphabet that match the letters in the Mende alphabet. So they knew who they were taking in the western interiors of Africa. They were taking Israelites. Their alphabet was even the exact same. Why? Because they might have been different dialects and different tweaks here and there, but it's the same exact alphabet. Let's go ahead and play it.
On the right, it is you can see the top is the Asian Hebrew alphabet. Asian Hebrew alphabet. Haitian Hebrew alphabet.
She's pretty much saying
Hebrew alphabet.
ancient Hebrew alphabet, the Phoenician or the Canaanite language, the Canaanite alphabet, which is the Hebrew alphabet. Okay.
Then the one on the left on the screen is the Madi language alphabet. Madi language alphabet. So we have circulate. You can see the one on the
So
right.
now let's. So what I did is I went to Google. You gotta, cause you gotta be to the Church of Berea. You gotta look up everything. I said, nah, let me double check this. Cause I doubted. I was like, nah, that can't be that close. It can't be that clear. That's what I said to myself. I didn't doubt. I just was hesitant. I was like, man, I gotta go look at this myself. Cause people can, don't believe anything. That's something you should be very skeptical. You always, especially when it comes to facts, always look it up. Why not? Why not? Because when you see it, it says you must be convincing your own self. So look it up. So I went to the Google. If it'll load, now it's probably gonna give me problems. Okay, here we go. Call hello. All right. So what I did, I went to the Google and then I typed in what Mende ancient. Hold on. Alphabet. Look. Oh man, I butchered that spelling. It's all right. Okay, so I went to Mende ancient alphabet because Esau can't hide a country's alphabet because that's what they use to speak. You can't hide their alphabet. So what they did, but they won't show you their alphabet. This is the ancient one. It's not the modern day one. This is the ancient alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet. And look what we have here. Let's click on this, right? Let's click on it. Let's visit the site. I'm blown. I'm man. This is a blessing, man. I see this as a true blessing, man. It just solidifies everything that I didn't know this through the years that I've been doing this truth, but now the Lord see fit to give it now. So hey, that's beautiful. This is a faith booster to say, look, I believed right, man. Okay, so if we go to the ancient Mende alphabet, let's go down here and see if Pinterest will get me right. It ain't. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay. Let's open image a new tab. Here we're gonna zoom right in. Let's get to it. Look, if you go here and look, what do you see? Look at the alphabet. You read A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za. You go through the Hebrew alphabet. Look at some of the characters. Now let's go through ancient. Let's go and type in the Paleo Hebrew alphabet. And you don't see me do it with you. I didn't even do this during when I was preparing for this, right? So let's go and get the ancient Hebrew alphabet. Let's get that Paleo. Look. So if we pull up the Paleo alphabet, next, all we're doing is pulling up the Paleo alphabet and we're putting it next to the ancient Hebrew alphabet. Look at some of the characters, right? Now let's go to the Mende alphabet. Look at the characters. Let's pull out the character I want. I think that's the what is that? Huh? I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Okay, here's the one. Here's the one that we use right here. Bear with me. Bear with me. I haven't said it. That's how you know I didn't pre-plan this. I'm doing it. We doing it together. Okay, here we go. So let's look at the character. Let's look at this character right here. You see what? The Yah, right? Look at the Yah. Look at the Lama, the Loma, okay? Where you see Mende for Yah. Look at the characters. You see the characters, how they got the Hebrew type of look to them, especially if you look at the what? The Ga. You look at Ga. You can look at Ga, or you can look at the Pa too. But look, and this is the Mende version. Now let's go to a full, let's see if we can get the full alphabet. Let's see here, hold on. Okay, yeah, let's go to the video. She has a spreader on the video. But these are the things right here. Here we go. You see the matching between these, the green and the green up here is the match. And then you see the orange and the orange here. All right. And then let's pull up. She's got a character down here, but the similarities through these two, especially these two purple. This is the Mende character, and then this is the Hebrew character. And you see the correlations to them. So how these languages tied together like that, so close? Why is that? Because dialects change. You got different, especially when you're mixing it with the language of the land that you're in. Just like you get slang terminology. When slang comes in, that's just the slang, like, oh man, that's hot, or that's fire, or that's, man, that's cold blooded. The slang and different dialects change, because even in Freetown, my country, my mother and father, they spoke two different dialects, but they were in the same country. My mother was a Timini, and my father was Mende, and that was frowned upon. Those two, the union of my mother and father, was not looked good upon. Why? Because the Timini was like colonized. They were colonized by the British, so they were like Americanized. And the Mende people looked at them like you're a damn you're a traitor pretty much. You went with the British way of life, and if you left your own way of life, that's why that animosity was there. So even in those two countries of the same tribe, which was split, Mende and Timini, they spoke different dialects. So that was the main point on this, to show that the alphabet of the Mende people have matching characters to the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the land of Canaan, or the language of Canaan. That's cold hard facts. You can see it right here on the page. Mende alphabet, Hebrew. And you can see the characters are matching, man. All right. And if you want to go deeper into it, I'm gonna leave it to your research. Something I'm gonna dive into. I can do another part 2 strictly as I look deeper into the alphabet. I just wanted to, to bring this point out right now, and and just say, man, this is beautiful, man. This is more proof that the Israelites were exiled to the interiors of Africa, West Africa, namely. All right. And the ones that was taken and brought to America are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. So this is more proof, man. So this is just the history that's coming out to show that we getting brought back, man. So let's go ahead and get these precepts, and we're gonna close on out. And Lord willing, it's the edifying lesson, and just research, man. These are the things that's going to increase your faith, because you ain't American. A lot of you, all of us that are in Babylon, you come from West Africa, man, or different parts of that area. But namely, that's where you migrated from. Some of you over here are Mende. You just don't know it, man. A lot of, if you look at Eber Argus, I think his name. He's the European actor. He's Sierra Leonean. He's a Sierra Leonean. He's from Freetown. And we use his picture a lot as Yahweh Shai, man. The picture we use for Yahweh Shai, that's a man from Sierra Leone. Let's pull him up. Il, what is it? Here we go. Watch. Hold on. Hey, brother got a precept. Calm. This is the book. This is from Humble Servant. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 65. It says, and among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither the soul, it says, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and a failing eye and sorrow of mind. Exactly. That's where you see that we were on a run. When we left the Roman Empire, we were fugitives on the run. So what did you think we did? We hid ourselves. Not just Esau taking our heritage away, we ourselves hid ourselves because we were on the run. You were just like if you were a felon. If you on the run and you got 6 warrants, you're not riding in the car with a calm mind. If you got felonies and you're on the and the police is actively looking for you, you're not calm. You're not going to be in a location just doing what you want to do. No, you're scared because you could be what? Put locked up or put into bondage, man. And this is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 67. It says, in the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High it were evening, and at the eve thou shalt say, would the Most High it was morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight. And that's what you see. We literally took ourselves and hid ourselves because we were on the run. Here he is right here. Right here. Ibn Alba. The face, the guy we use for Yahweh Shai in a lot of these photos, he comes from Sierra Leone. His parents, he migrated to England. So he's Sierra Leonean native, man. All right. So that's the spirit right there that's showing you out of all the men we could have picked to play Yahweh Shai, and brothers did that in the spirit. That wasn't just them picking it on their own. The spirit, it says men's going of the Lord, right? Men's going of the Lord. So what do you think? Why do you think the Lord specifically picked this man to be used as the picture of Yahweh Shai? Let's pull it up. I'm gonna show you. This is something else I found a little funny too. You know, that show you the spirit works even in a brother didn't even know why they choose this guy. But all we do is go to Google and type in Yahweh Shai, right? And look what Google's gonna come up with. Let's go ahead and pick the image. And I'm gonna show you proof that the spirit works on men and they don't even realize it. Not saying that that's the guy, but look at the photo that they use to representation of Yahweh Shai. Let's keep going. I can find one of them. Now you need it. You can't find it. Where's that photo? Where's that photo? Right here. This one right here. Look. This one right here. Guess whose face is that? That's this man's face right here. Okay? That's this man right here. See? You see the same face, right? He's Sierra Leonean. This man is a Sierra Leonean native. He was born there and migrated over to Britain, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's the spirit, and he is literally from a country where those were Israelites, man. The Mende tribe are Israelites, and I think he's Mende also, if I'm not mistaken. So that's showing you the spirit was working on men even when they didn't realize it, man, because the spirit put it on them to use his face as symbolic of Yahweh Shai. Not saying that that's it, but the symbolic is they actually picked a man that was from the interiors of West Africa, man. That is a Mende man. So come on, bro. So let's go ahead and get these presets. I just thought that was a little funny, you know, just a little extra to add to it, man. So let's go ahead and get these precepts. I'm gonna close on out. I think the point has been hit. So let's go to Isaiah. This is Isaiah 40. This is Isaiah 41. This is Isaiah 41, verse, we'll start at 8. This is Isaiah 41 and verse 8. And it reads, it says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So we're looking at a seed thing. This is a bloodline thing. So you got to know in the word Sierra Leone means mountain of the lion. That's what Sierra Leone means. It means the mountain because the word Sierra means mountain and Leone means lion. Who do we know as lion in the lion of the tribe of Judah? So look at the country's name in itself is spiritual. Sierra Leone, the mountain of the lion, the government of the lion. And we know that Sierra Leone had high what? Had high what you had Fort Judah around that area. So Judah was the regal house. The ones that was exiled was the regal house, and they mixed in with the Israelites, but they knew that there was a royal line that was in Africa that would have went into the interiors of Africa, man. Because if you ain't saving anything, you at least gonna save the royal lineage of Jerusalem, man. That would be one of your first things you would want to preserve is the kings and the bloodline of your rulers, man. So that's the thing that was done in that at that time. So that's why Sierra Leone means mountain of the lion. Something else to add. And but thou Israel are my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. See, it says to whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof. See, the chief men. See, and it says, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. And what you see happening right now, the Lord is doing this very verse. We're in the time of these being fulfilled. He's calling to his people and say, look, you are mine. I sent you to the interiors of Africa for your safety. The Lord does it in duality. Even in judgment, there's love, man. We fled and lost our homeland, but guess what? We were preserved in the interiors of Africa until we had to come over here to Babylon to fulfill the prophecies, man. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Okay? What did David say? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So that was the fulfillment of what? Your king shall go into slavery with you. That was symbolic of David coming to what? Walk in the valley of the shadow of death. He was talking about in the spirit of walking in Babylon, man. Okay? And it says, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant. I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. The Heavenly Father ain't forgot about us, man. He kept us as the apple of his eye. It says, fear not thou, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. What's a part of this strengthening? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's the chief part of it being strengthened. Because it says what? The truth shall set you free. And the truth shall also strengthen you. And it says, I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. So what do you think is being doing? The Lord is doing this. And that's another lesson I want to go into also. That Yahweh Shemi Shah is the one that's orchestrating everything you see. He's putting the spirit on men to do the work. He's putting the spirit and giving men the power to do the work, man. This is Isaiah 43 and verse 1. It says, but now thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob. And it says, and he that formed thee, O Israel, he's forming us now. He took us and broke us and putting us back together in the eyes of these nations, man. The Lord is putting a jigsaw puzzle back, which is his people, man. The fragmented pieces that were spread out through the four corners of the planet Earth, man. It says, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. What is that? Bought back. He has redeemed us. The Lord, this is all the Most High's will, man. That's why men should not show pride in this truth. Because it's not any man's power that's doing it. It's the will of Yahweh Shemi Ashad that's motivating men to do it. It says, I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. It says, when I passeth through the waters, I will be with thee. See? So stop, Jake. Stop thinking you in here alone, man. Yahweh Shemi Ashad does not have us in here alone without no help. He's here with us. He's building our faith. He's giving us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to stand in these days. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of him that afflicted him. Who's giving us that power? That's Yahweh Shemi Ashad is giving us the power to stand That's like the brother posted earlier with the trembling heart. The Lord said he's going to give us a trembling heart. So if he can give you a trembling heart, can he not give you a strong heart? Can he not fortify your mind? It says, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. He said, I call you by Israel. I didn't call you Africans. I didn't call you Hamites. I didn't call you America. I called you Israelites. You are my people. That's why it says we shall surname ourselves by the name of the Lord, man. Thou art mine. When I pass through the water, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. And what's the chief combination of that? When we get to the time of the destruction, because the elect will not, they will be passed through the fire, man. Just like we passed through the waters to go through the land that was promised with milk and honey, we're gonna pass through the fire now. Just like the Lord split the waters, He's gonna split the fire for us, man. That'd be a monumentous deliverance, man. The Israelites brought through the fire of this coming destruction, man, and be preserved. See, man, beautiful. I'm gonna get one more precept. I'm gonna close on out. I think that's it. I think that's the you should be able to feel it, man. The time we at now, you got to feel this truth. You can't just listen. You got to start feeling it in your spirit, man. You got to start feeling and having an emotional attachment to this truth. Because if you don't have that, you got to look what I'm saying. You got to fall in love with this truth. You got to fall in love with your inheritance. Look at the planet Earth. Go and fall in love with it, man. If you don't look at the earth and you don't almost tear up when you see the beauty of Eden, then you're not in something. You need, come on, fall in love with your inheritance, Jake. Go and love what you're getting ready to have, because why? That's going to give you the tangible strength to fight for it, man. A man that does not love a woman is not going to risk his life for it. A woman, he's going to be like, oh, it's cool, whatever. But if a man loves that woman, he might jump in front of a damn bullet for her, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the love, the true love, not the GMO love you have today. Because women don't even know how to be women. So how are they going to be able to serve a man, because they don't know how to be what they need to be? That's why the Lord's going to fix everything, man. Women are going to get their glory back. They're going to get their hair back. They're going to get their attitude back. They're going to get that dainty spirit back. That's why you women out here that are in this truth, man. Hey, hold tight, man. You in for a beautiful blessing also. You're going to get spiritual bodies, man. And you're going to love your husbands and your family the way you were created to do, man. And you're going to love every moment of it, man. The Lord is going to open up the womb of our women, man. Twins, triplets, the things that the Lord is going to do for us is unspeakable, man. That's why it says they're going to be saved for childbearing, man. The Lord is going to open the womb of our women, man, the ones that are saved and brought through the fire, man. This is Isaiah 44:21. Remember thee, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I formed thee, thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou shalt not be forgotten of me. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua has not forgotten us, man. Why do you think we're getting all this information? Why do you think the men are out there on the four corners of the planet Earth standing on the corners? That's the Lord not forgetting us, man. He's saying, I've remembered you, Israel. What did he tell Moses? He said, tell my people that their cries have entered into my ears, man. The Lord ain't forgot us, man. So your tears and your pain is not going to go unaddressed. We just had to go through this learning curve, man. Now we're coming out of it a better people, a better nation. We're a better nation than we ever could have been going through this slavery. Because why? We know now. We've experienced things. That's why the word to understand sin, you must be under it. How are you going to understand something if you don't go under it? It's in the name. We understand sin now because we've been under sin. Now we know what we don't want. We don't want this lifestyle. We don't want to live under our bondage with our captives, man. We want our land. We want our cattle. We want our own God. We don't want to serve these idols, man, because it brings wickedness, man. Look at the Hollywood world. It's wholly given to sodomy and wickedness, pure wickedness. That's why it says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? See, that's the same thing Satan tempted Yahushua with. What does it profit to gain the whole world? What did Satan tell the Lord? I give you all of these kingdoms. Bow before me. That's what these elites have done. They took the bait, man. You know, so I'm gonna leave it there. Lord willing, to say the fine lesson. I ain't gonna go too deep. You know, now Jake you getting mad, man. Not mad, but We turned our back on our fountain, man. And it's a beautiful thing that the Lord has mercy, and he's definitely a merciful power, man, to give us back what he's given to us. So, Lord willing, like I said, I'm gonna leave it here. Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. And hey, me myself, I learned today. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to share. Something I learned with the body. Hopefully, it's an edifying thing. And if those that hold on, I don't think it's pie. Okay, so those that may see this video, if you're Mende, you may have immigrated. Hey, that's something for you to look at and say, hey, you're definitely the Mende people in Sierra Leone and West African people are Israelites, man. It's clear cut, man. All right, so don't listen to Johanna. I'm just playing. Hey, so I'm gonna leave it there. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, and I say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Until the next time, I say Shalom, Shalom.